Toby was a smart but very lazy tortoise who lived in a lush and vibrant forest near the river long ago. He was very different from all the others, foolish and loved to show off. One sunny day, as he was walking by the river bank, he overheard a group of fish talking. "Did you hear the news?" said one fish. The river is drying up, and soon we'll have no way to swim." The tortoise, eager to be part of the conversation, interrupted. "I can help you. I know the way to the big ocean. It's vast and full of water, much more than this small river." The fish, surprised, asked, "You? A tortoise? How will you manage? You can't swim, and we fish need water to survive." But the tortoise, not understanding their concern, puffed up his chest and said, "You will see. I'm not like other tortoises. I'll take you there, and we'll be free." The fish were skeptical but decided to give him a chance. So they agreed to follow him to the ocean. The tortoise asked, "When do we leave?" The fish told him, "We need to wait until the morning, but you must be ready, for the journey will be long." At dawn the next day, the tortoise was waiting by the river, excited to prove everyone wrong. The fish were already swimming in a line, following the tortoise's slow and steady pace. As they traveled, the tortoise tried to keep up, but he struggled. His legs were short, and he was not as fast as the fish in the water. But he didn't stop. He kept walking, determined to show off his strength. And along the way, they met a wise old frog sitting on a rock. The frog, noticing the tortoise struggle, asked, "Why are you in such a hurry, young one?" The tortoise proudly replied, "I'm taking this fish to the ocean. You'll see how powerful I am. Just wait and see." The frog smiled and said, "Don't let pride cloud your judgment. You may be strong on land, but water is not your domain." Ignoring the frog's advice, the tortoise continued, leading the fish towards the ocean. Hours passed, and the journey grew longer. The tortoise was getting tired. His shell felt heavy, and his legs were sore. Still, he pressed on, but soon he couldn't move any further. "Please, wait for me," the tortoise called out to the fish, but they were too far ahead, swimming swiftly. It wasn't long before the tortoise realized something. He had been so focused on showing off that he had forgotten to listen to the wisdom around him. He had ignored the advice of the wise frog and the concerns of the fish. As the tortoise lay on the ground, exhausted, other animals laughing at him, he finally understood that some things in life need careful thought and planning. The journey to the ocean was not meant for him. He had overestimated his abilities, all because of his pride. The fish, upon realizing he was too far behind, swam back to check on him. They saw the tortoise lying helpless and apologized for not waiting. "I'm sorry for being foolish," the tortoise said, as the fish gathered around him. "I thought I could do everything on my own, but I now see I should have listened." The fish, determined to put him into one morsel, said, "Greetings, young Toby. I have watched you for a long time. You seek riches without effort, don't you?" "Yes, wise fish. You understand me. Hard work is tiring, but wealth would make life easy." The fish chuckled, shaking its head. "Fish, There is a way, but only if you trust me. Toby, of course. Tell me what to do. Fish, tonight, a golden egg will appear by the river bank. It is magical. Take it, throw it into the river, and your wishes shall come true. Toby's heart pounded with excitement. This was it, his big moment. He hurried home and waited impatiently for nightfall. Finally, as the moon shone brightly, he rushed back to the river, and there it was, a gleaming golden egg, just as the fish had promised. Without hesitation, he grabbed the egg and threw it into the water. For a moment, there was silence. Then the river began to glow. A strange melodic voice echoed through the trees. Toby, Toby, foolish and blind, who dreams of fortune but works not a dime. The treasure you seek is not in gold, but in wisdom, which never grows old. Suddenly the golden gleam disappeared, and a strong, foul-smelling wind blew into Toby's face. Ew! What is that smell? Instead of riches, he was left drenched in a strange, smelly green slime. The forest animals, who had been watching from afar, burst into uncontrollable laughter. Monkey, so much for your shortcut to riches, Toby. Squirrel, looks like the only thing you earn is a free bath in stink. Humiliated, Toby ran back to his tree, wiping off the slime. He had been fooled. There were no shortcuts to wealth. From that day on, the tortoise became humble. He learned that it's not always about showing off, but about knowing your limits and asking for help when needed. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more stories.
Whispers in the wind, tales untold, stories of the brave, the young and the old. Through the hills and valleys where shadows roam, in the hearts of wanderers, dreams find home. Rustling leaves, secrets keep, footsteps of the lost where the willows weep, echoes of laughter, tears and woe, carried by the brook where memories flow. Sing me a tale of yesteryear's side, of moonlit nights and the starry sky, of heroes fallen and love that grows in the midnight whispers where the cold wind blows. In a cabin by the creek, old man Joe spin his yarns as the embers glow. A life of battles, of joy and strife, a tapestry woven in the twilight's light. Journeys long in the darkest night, faith as a lantern, flickering light. Hold close the stories in the heart's deep fold, for their treasures worth more than gold. Gypsies campfire, dance so wild, children playing, the wanderer's child. Old folk telling of times long past, in the circles warm, the spell is cast. valleys where shadows roam. In the hearts of wanderers, dreams find home. Rustling leaves, secrets keep. Footsteps of the lost where the willows weep. Echoes of laughter, tears and woe, carried by the brook where memories flow. Sing me a tale of yesteryear's side, of moonlit nights and the starry sky, of heroes fallen and love that grows in the midnight whispers where the cold wind blows. In a cabin by the creek, old man Joe spin his yarns as the embers glow. A life of battles, of joy and strife, a tapestry woven in the twilight's light. Journeys long in the darkest night, faith as a lantern, flickering light. Hold close the stories in the heart's deep fold, for they're treasures worth more than gold. Gypsies' campfire dance so wild, children playing the wanderer's child. Old folk telling of times long past, in the circle's warmth the spell is cast.